Hey everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and I'm here with the amazing co-host, Julia. How's it going, Julia?
Hey Jason, I'm doing great and I'm super excited for today's episode. It's one of my favorite topics, honestly.
Same here. So, today, we're talking about something that every English learner wants to improve, and that is vocabulary. That's right. We're going to dive into how to increase your English vocabulary in fun, effective, and realistic ways.
Exactly. Whether you're just starting your English learning journey or you've been studying for a while, vocabulary is key. The more words you know, the more confident and fluent you become in speaking, listening, reading, and even writing.
And don't worry, this episode is not about boring memorization or long vocabulary lists. We'll share real strategies, personal tips, daily habits, and even fun activities you can start using today to boost your vocabulary.
We'll also talk about common mistakes learners make and how to avoid them because let's be honest, we've all been there.
So grab a notebook or just sit back and relax and get ready to learn how to grow your vocabulary naturally and confidently.
Let's jump right in.
So let's start with the big question. Why does vocabulary matter so much when learning English?
That's such an important question. Well, think of vocabulary like building blocks. The more blocks you have, the more things you can build like better sentences, clearer ideas, and deeper conversations.
Exactly. You might know grammar, you might pronounce words correctly, but if you don't know the right words to say, you get stuck. Like, have you ever had a moment where you know what you want to say in your native language, but you just can't find the English word for it?
Oh, totally. And it's so frustrating. That's why a strong vocabulary helps you speak more fluently, listen with better understanding, and even enjoy reading or watching English shows without subtitles.
Right. And vocabulary isn't just for speaking, it's for listening too. If you don't know the words, it's hard to understand what someone else is saying, even if they're speaking clearly.
And when you read, having a good vocabulary helps you enjoy stories, understand articles, and learn from books without always stopping to check the dictionary.
Let me give a quick example. Imagine two learners. One knows 500 English words, the other knows 2,000. Who do you think will speak with more confidence?
Obviously, the one with more vocabulary because they have more tools. They can describe things better, ask clearer questions, and even understand jokes or idioms.
And here's something cool. The more words you know, the more curious you become. You start noticing how words are used in real life. You hear a new word in a movie or a podcast, and suddenly you want to learn it and use it.
Exactly. It's like opening a door to new ideas, cultures, and conversations. So, vocabulary isn't just about language, it's also about connection.
That's a beautiful way to say it. And the best part? Anyone can grow their vocabulary no matter your age or level.
Yep. All it takes is curiosity, consistency, and a few smart strategies which we're about to share in the next parts of... All right. Before we jump into the best ways to build your vocabulary, let's talk about something just as important, the common mistakes many English learners make when trying to learn new words.
Oh yes, this is a big one. Because sometimes it's not just about learning more words, it's about learning them the right way. So, mistake number 1, memorizing long lists of random words without context.
Yes, so many learners try to learn 50 words a day just by reading a list, but without sentences or situations. It's hard for your brain to remember them. Your mind needs a story, a picture, or a real-life example.
Exactly. Imagine learning the word generous. If you just memorize the meaning, you might forget it. But if you see it in a sentence like, "My uncle is very generous. He always gives gifts to the children," now it makes sense. It's real.
Another common mistake translating everything from your native language. Of course, it's okay sometimes, but if you always translate, it slows you down and sometimes the words don't match perfectly between languages.
Right. For example, some English words have many meanings. If you try to translate directly, you might get confused or use the word in the wrong way.
Also, many learners don't use the words they learn. They write them down, they understand them, but they never speak them or write them in real sentences. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Absolutely. Vocabulary is like a muscle. You've got to use it to make it stronger. So, even if you're not perfect, try to use new words in your daily conversations or writing.
And the last mistake? Thinking that you have to know big or fancy words to sound smart. Nope. You just need to use the right words clearly and naturally.
Couldn't agree more. Simple, clear English is powerful. And once you master the basics, you can grow into more advanced vocabulary with confidence.
So now that we know what not to do, let's look at what you should do, starting with the best daily habits to grow your
All right. Let's talk about something powerful habits. If you want to increase your English vocabulary, you need small, daily habits that you can stick to.
Exactly. You don't need to study 4 hours a day. You just need to do a little every day, and those small steps will build big results. So here are some of our favorite daily habits.
Habit number 1. Read something in English every day. It can be a short news article, a blog, a social media post, or even a few pages of a book.
Yes, reading helps you see words in real context. You'll learn how they are used in real life, and it also helps with grammar, too, naturally.
And if you don't like reading long things, no problem. Start small. Even reading the labels on your shampoo bottle or food package in English can teach you new words.
Habit number 2, listen to English content. That could be podcasts, English music, news radio, YouTube videos, or audiobooks.
Yep. And while you listen, don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just listen actively. Try to catch new words. If one word comes up again and again, write it down and look it up later.
Which brings us to habit number 3, keep a vocabulary journal. This can be a small notebook or even your phone. Every time you hear or read a new word, write it down.
But don't stop there. Write the meaning, a sentence, and maybe even a drawing or translation if it helps you. Make the word yours.
Habit number 4, review your vocabulary journal every day. Just 5 minutes, look at 3 to 5 words. Try to use them in a sentence or say them out loud.
Repetition is key. The more you see and use the word, the stronger the memory becomes.
And here's a fun one, habit number 5. Change your phone or social media to English. That way, you see English words all the time, even without trying.
Yes, it's like learning passively while doing normal stuff. You'll pick up new words just by using your phone or scrolling Instagram.
And the final habit, talk to yourself in English. Sounds funny, but it works. Describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making coffee. This helps you connect new words to your daily life.
Absolutely. Speaking out loud, even just to yourself, helps your brain remember faster. You're training your brain to think in English.
So remember small habits every day. Read, listen, write, review, speak. Just do 1 or 2 things daily, and your vocabulary will grow naturally.
Don't wait for the perfect time. Start now, even if it's just 1 new word a day.
Now, let's move on to some fun and creative techniques to learn new words, because learning vocabulary doesn't have to be boring.
Let's make it exciting. All right? We've talked about habits now. Let's make vocabulary learning fun. Because when you enjoy the process, you learn faster and remember more.
Yes, learning vocabulary doesn't have to feel like homework. So let's dive into some fun and practical ways to grow your vocabulary without getting bored.
Technique number 1. Use flashcards with a twist. Write the word on one side and the meaning or a picture on the other. You can even use apps like Anki or Quizlet to make digital flashcards.
And don't just write the meaning. Add example sentences. Like for the word excited, your card could say, "I'm excited for the weekend." That way, you're learning how to use the word, not just what it means.
Technique 2. Watch movies, series, or cartoons in English with subtitles. Start with subtitles in your language, then switch to English subtitles when you feel ready.
It's a fun way to hear natural pronunciation and pick up slang, phrasal verbs, and new expressions. Pause the video, write down a new word, repeat it, and try using it later.
Exactly. And here's another one, play word games. There are so many free games like Wordle, Scrabble, or vocabulary puzzles online. You're learning while having fun.
Yes, and some mobile games are made just for language learners. You can even compete with friends or other learners. It makes learning social and exciting.
Technique number 4. Label things around your house. Grab sticky notes and write English words for items like mirror, fridge, door, remote control, and stick them on each item.
This is a great one for visual learners. Every time you see the word, you remember it and you connect it to something in your real life.
Another idea is make up mini-stories using your new words. Even silly stories, like the happy banana danced on the table because it won the lottery. It sounds funny, but that's why it works.
Yes, the crazier the story, the easier it is to remember the words. Your brain loves stories and emotions.
One more technique. Learn with music. Listen to English songs and read the lyrics. Sing along and try to understand what the words mean.
It's fun, emotional, and super effective, and you get to improve your pronunciation and rhythm while building your vocabulary.
So, choose what works best for you. Maybe flashcards today, songs tomorrow, a movie on the weekend. Mix it up and keep it fun.
Exactly. When you enjoy learning, you stay motivated, and the words start to stick for real.
Now that we've shared all these exciting techniques, let's talk about something important, how to actually use the words you learn. Because learning them is just the first step.
Let's dive into that next. So now that you're learning all these cool new words, the big question is, how do you actually use them in real life?
That's the key, right? Learning words is great, but if you don't use them, they'll disappear from your memory. So let's talk about how to bring those words into your daily life.
One of the best ways is to make your own example sentences. Every time you learn a new word, try writing 1 or 2 sentences that connect to your life.
Right? If you learn the word delicious, don't just memorize it. Say, "My mom's chicken is delicious." That sentence means something to you and it's easier to remember.
Another tip is to use the words when you talk to yourself. Let's say you're making breakfast, you can say, "I'm cooking eggs. They smell delicious." This helps link the new word to something real.
And don't forget about chatting with friends or language partners. If you're texting or speaking with someone in English, challenge yourself. Can I use 1 or 2 new words I learned this week?
You can even tell your friend, "Hey, I'm trying to use this new word today." It becomes a game and your friend might help you remember it too.
Also, try using new words in social media posts. If you post photos on Instagram, write a short caption in English, or share a daily sentence on Facebook or WhatsApp. That way, you're using English in real situations.
Here's a fun one. Try a word of the day challenge. Pick 1 new word and use it at least 3 times that day, in speech, writing, or just talking to yourself.
That's a smart way to make the word part of your memory. When you use it again and again, it becomes active vocabulary, not just something you recognize, but something you can use.
So remember, use new words in writing, speaking, texting, posting, or even thinking. The more ways you use them, the faster they become a natural part of your English.
Exactly. Don't wait for a perfect moment, just use them, even if you make mistakes. That's how real learning happens.
Now let's talk about a super important topic, how to review and remember all the vocabulary you've learned, so it stays in your brain.
Now, let's talk about something super important, making mistakes. A lot of learners feel shy or scared because they don't want to use a word the wrong way.
Yes, and we totally understand that. But here's the truth, mistakes are part of the learning process. In fact, they help you grow.
That's right. Every time you make a mistake, you're actually doing something great, you're trying. And that's how you learn faster.
Let's say you use a new word and someone corrects you. Don't feel bad. Just think, okay, now I know the right way. Next time, you'll remember it even better.
Exactly. Even native English speakers make mistakes. So don't let fear stop you from speaking or writing.
The important thing is to keep going. Use new words, try new sentences, speak up, and if you make a mistake, smile and learn from it.
So repeat after us. Mistakes are okay. Mistakes help me grow.
Beautifully said. And now let's move into our final section, a quick recap and some encouragement for everyone listening.
Let's wrap it up. All right, before we wrap up today's podcast, let's leave our listeners with a little challenge. Something simple but powerful to help them start using new vocabulary right now.
Yes, we call this our vocabulary challenge of the day. Are you ready?
Here it is. Step 1. Choose 3 new English words you learned today or recently. Step 2. Write 1 sentence with each word. Try to make it personal and about your life.
And if you want a bonus challenge. Step 3. Say those sentences out loud. Even better, record yourself and listen to how you sound. It's a great way to improve your confidence and speaking skills.
And if you're feeling brave, you can share 1 sentence in the comments of this podcast or your favorite social media platform. Just tag us or write number Easy English Talk Challenge.
We'd love to see how you're using your new vocabulary. Remember, every small step helps you get better.
All right, learners, are you ready to take the challenge?
We believe in you. Let's build that vocabulary 1 word at a time.
Up next, our final message of the day. Let's send our friends off with some good vibes and motivation.
Wow, what a great episode today. We covered so many helpful ideas about how to increase your vocabulary in fun, simple ways.
Let's quickly review what we talked about. Why vocabulary matters. Common mistakes to avoid daily habits. To build vocabulary, fun techniques like songs, flashcards, and games. How to use words in real life. How to remember them and why making mistakes is totally okay.
And don't forget our vocabulary challenge, 3 words, 3 sentences, and maybe even a short recording. You got this.
Before we go, here are a few final tips. Be patient, vocabulary takes time. Stay consistent, even 10 minutes a day can help. Make it fun, that's how you'll stick with it.
And always celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Every new word you learn is a step forward.
Thanks so much for listening to the English Learning Podcast. We're proud of you, and we're here to help you every step of the way.
Keep learning, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself.
And that's a wrap for today's episode. We hope you feel ready to start improving your vocabulary right away.
Before you go, we have a little favor to ask. If you enjoyed today's podcast, please subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode.
And if you're enjoying our content, why not share it with a friend who's also learning English? The more, the merrier.
Also, make sure to leave us a rating and review. It really helps others find our podcast, and we love hearing from you.
Remember, the challenge is waiting for you. Choose your 3 words and start using them today. We want to see your progress.
Thanks again for tuning in to the English Learning Podcast. We appreciate you listening, and we can't wait to help you on your journey to fluency.
So keep practicing, stay motivated, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone, and goodbye for now.
Happy learning!